Amidst the recent preoccupation with the fuel shortage and the meat shortage, a new gap has appeared in the staples of the American household, the toilet paper shortage.
They buy it before we can put it on the shelf.
During the 1973 energy crisis, there was a run on toilet paper, and it's happening again in 2020.
A wave of panic buying as coronavirus fears continue to spread worldwide.
And one particular item flying off the shelves, toilet paper.
So I went to Safeway and they had the last rolls of toilet paper. So I bought that pack. I feel a little bit terrible holding them, but I'm just worried that, well, I'm not hunting for toilet paper now. So, other people can buy the toilet paper now, and I don't need to buy anymore.
Apparently, there's plenty of toilet paper for everybody. It's just that the terror has caused people to hoard, thereby depleting the supply. And all for nothing. Americans, it seems, are just shortage scared about toilet paper and everything else.
There's actually plenty of toilet paper. There's no need to panic.
Before toilet paper, people would use leaves, moss, straw, snow, or coconut husks. Wealthier people could use linen or cotton, and ancient Romans used a sponge on a stick. When the Chinese first invented paper at around 100 BC, the emperor used it to wipe his behind. In colonial America, people used corn cobs. And before modern toilet paper was popularized in the late 1800s, people would use whatever paper was free and available, like product catalogs. And of course, most people around the world, before and today, use soap and water. The average American uses 57 sheets of toilet paper in a day. Toilet paper is a single-use disposable paper product, and it contributes heavily to deforestation. And while only about 25% of the world actually uses it, it takes 54 million trees a year to make toilet paper. Some of those trees come from tree farms, but 50% of them are actually cut from old-growth virgin forests. People on average will use 384 trees in a lifetime just to wipe their butts. If left standing, those trees could have absorbed the carbon from 9.9 million miles of car driving. We are flushing happy little trees down the toilet, and it's causing soil erosion, water pollution, habitat loss, air pollution, and increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide.
Yesterday I ran out of toilet paper, and so I went down to Costco to buy some toilet paper because, that's what you do when you run out of toilet paper. And as I walked through the doors, I happened to notice a sign that said, "Hey, we're out of toilet paper." So I drove over to Lowe's and I bought myself a bidet.
A bidet is not practical because of the footprint, because of how much space it takes up. From a development standpoint, I just recently built out a completely new place. I never even thought about putting a bidet. Why? There's not room in most bathrooms for an extra device which basically takes up the same footprint as a toilet. I went to Turkey. I spent 2.5 weeks there. Every single place I went, there was not a bidet, but they had retrofitted each toilet with a metal tube to the valve that is used to fill the toilet tank. They just branched it off, bent it around so that it would come directly and back underneath the toilet seat. And after you were done with your business, you would actually just reach back, you would unscrew the valve, let the water cleanse you, and then you would close it off. Every single place I went, the toilet was like this, the hotels, the public places, and I just thought to myself, this is ingenious. It doesn't really cost anything. It makes your existing toilet into a bidet. I went to a trade show less than a year ago. They showcased all sorts of new technologies, everything from consumer electronics to home improvement systems, and one of them was this company called Omigo. Yes, the Omigo Almond, and basically it's a very simple $60 device. All this does, and we'll go over and show it to you because it's actually been installed. This is the whole thing. All it does is it retrofits your existing toilet, so you can see that basically this goes right here. It just sits underneath your toilet, and then the valve is here. In fact, if you come in a little bit closer, I'll turn it on, and you can see there's two different valves. That's front and back, right? The future always seems weird at first.
Did I like the bidet that was installed in our guest bathroom? No. I asked your daddy to remove it. I think initially I just didn't like it because of the design.
Do you use the bidet?
I've used it a couple of times, the one in our bathroom, in the master bathroom, but I don't use it often, but maybe when we run out of toilet paper.
We're not gonna...
For the guest bathroom, I thought that we can't have that there. What if somebody...
Well, she doesn't like the aesthetic of it. I have difficulty imagining that I need to sort of, change my values or the way of living for an occasional guest that might come over that might feel offended by the aesthetic of my toilet. To me, excuse me, that's patently ridiculous.
It just didn't look as nice as just the plain toilet.
I mean, it's comical, actually, how ridiculous that is. Actually, to me, if a guest came over, it would be an interesting conversational piece, actually, right? Well, what is that thing? Oh, well, and then I could, talk about it because it's really, at the end of the day, not just a product. It's a movement. It's a bowel movement.
Bidets are more hygienic and more comfortable. Toilet paper is abrasive and drying and actually not all that effective for cleaning yourself.
Toilet paper just smears around your residue instead of washing it away.
Get it? But a bidet is a tiny butt shower.
Oh, yeah.
Bidets can also help prevent UTIs, yeast infections, and soothe discomfort associated with hemorrhoids, incontinence, Crohn's disease, loss of mobility, and more. If everybody in America switched to bidets, we could save around 40 to 50 million trees a year. It takes 37 gallons of water to produce just one roll of toilet paper, and bidets reduce toilet paper consumption by 75 to 100%. In the US, toilet paper is a $31 billion per year industry. The average American adult may spend $70 a year on their toilet paper. For the same price, you can buy a bidet attachment and lessen your dependence on toilet paper. What are you waiting for? Go and get yourself a bidet.
It's a problem.